Good evening, everyone, and thanks for watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV. I'm your host, Gabriel Lin. On behalf of all of us here today, we want to wish you a Happy New Year and all the best in 2015. For the Clan basketball teams, there's no easing into the new year as both teams are back in action tonight and Saturday night in GNAC play. The men's basketball team on the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves later this evening in Alaska, and of course we'll be bringing you the women's game against the Montana State Billings Yellowjackets in just a couple of minutes. Well, tonight's game is the women's team's second conference game, and as you may recall, the team completed a comeback against border rivals Western Washington early in December, winning 74-71. There's no doubt the team will look to build off of that victory and take the lessons they learned from the losses against the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros in tonight's contest against the Yellowjackets. To get you set for tonight's matchup, we'll now send it down to our play-by-play commentator, Howard Sumer.
Very much, Gabe, and welcome everybody to the West Gym here. 2015 has found our way to the GNAC women's basketball schedule. Simon Fraser getting set to host Montana State Billings here in the first game of 2015. It's going to be an exciting contest featuring some of the top scoring talent in the GNAC, and it's something to watch on our broadcast on Clan TV here tonight for sure. Leading the way, of course, Erin Chambers, 0.7 points per game, first in scoring in the GNAC, but if you look at the top 8 scorers, 4 of them are going to be playing in this game tonight. And Kayleen Goggins of Montana State Billings, a senior, averaging 18.5, as well as her teammate Alicia Breen, and they're number 2 and number 3 in the GNAC scoring parade at the moment as well. Meg Wilson of the Simon Fraser Clan, the junior post, checking in at 14.9 points per game. So 4 of the top 8 scorers set to do battle here on the court tonight. Simon Fraser, of course, coming into this game at 1-0, the big win over Western Washington in early December. There's been a long break with some top-ranked Division II women's competition coming into the West Gym to tune Simon Fraser up for this basketball game and get the chance now to see how Simon Fraser does with 2 league games in 3 days. Of course, Seattle Pacific, the Falcons in here on Saturday for a 7 o'clock game as well, and that'll be the first full week of GNAC competition for the Simon Fraser women's basketball team. Some of the other games around the conference we can let you know about that are happening here in the GNAC, and there was action throughout the conference. Seattle Pacific will be at Western Washington. That's a 7 o'clock start. Games that have already begun and could be well over at this point. Central Washington at Alaska, and Northwest Nazarene at Alaska Anchorage. On Saturday, Travel Partners will do a bit of a flip and do other games as well throughout the region. Northwest Nazarene at Alaska, St. Martin's at Western Oregon, Central Washington at Alaska Anchorage. This MSUB team will be at Western Washington in Bellingham, and of course, as we mentioned, Seattle Pacific, the 7 o'clock start here at Simon Fraser University. Montana State Billings arriving in the region yesterday, flying into Bellingham, having their New Year's Eve celebrations in Bellingham and busing up to the game here tonight. Of course, they'll head back in preparation for their Saturday game against Western Washington. And that'll about do it for the pregame show here. Gabe, I think we'll throw it back to you as we prepare for the player introductions and anthems.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the fair we must fight. Oh,
straight to you, so don't think you just okay? And back here at center court, Simon Fraser, the West Gym, in the first day of 2015, and the player introductions now set for Montana State Billings. We'll go through the names here as they come out. As we mentioned, two of the top scorers, ranked number 2 and number 3 in the GNAC behind Simon Fraser's Aaron Chambers. Montana State Billings 1-1 on the season. Both teams coming off that holiday break, and it's a real question mark for coaches from both teams. NCAA mandated basically a week off from practice, and these teams have to hit the practice court hard after the holidays coming off of Christmas to get ready for this game. So limited practice time as they get back on the court. Katie Lowen introduced, as well as Aaron Chambers in that starting group for the Simon Fraser Clan. Ellen Kett, the Australian import as well, having a great season among the assist leaders in the conference. There's Meg Wilson as well getting introduced, and they're getting ready to bring the house lights up here in the gym, and we're getting ready for some GNAC women's action. Rachel Fradgley as well, number 11, had the big breakout game against Dominguez Hills just before Christmas, so we can bring you up to date on that performance as the game goes on. But a real coming out party for Rachel Fradgley. She had a terrific offensive game, and one of the big keys for Simon Fraser, obviously getting scoring down low in the 2015 portion of the schedule. The starters for Montana State University Billings: Quinn Peoples, number 12, Alicia Breen, number 20, Riley Kane is 25, Anna DePute, number 34, and Kayleen Goggins, check that, 6'1" senior from Shepherd, Montana, number 43, set to take that opening tip against Meg Wilson of the Clan. And we are underway here at the West Gym. Clan winning the opening tip, and Chambers taking possession of the basketball. Simon Fraser struggling a bit from three-point range in their last outing, a loss to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and this time the lob down low to Fradgley will result in a Clan turnover. That is Breen, number 20, set to inbound the ball for the Yellowjackets. Number 12, Kett guarding her quickly. The ball goes to Kane, number 25. Fradgley one-on-one, down low, up and under, move off the glass. Doesn't fall for Kayleen Goggins, so Fradgley standing her ground well on defense here in the early going. Streaking to the basket is Wilson, and Meg Wilson, a gimme layup. She misses underneath, gets the offensive rebound. Wilson working hard and almost getting a second opportunity on the offensive glass. Here is Kane. Riley Kane, the Red Lodge, Montana native. Clear path to the basket, and no hesitation there from Quinn Peoples. The 5'11" senior forward goes right to the basket to open the scoring here in 2015. The 2-0 lead now for Montana State Billings. Here's Lowen to Kett for three. Ellen taking aim at the three, in and out of the cylinder. Tough break for the Clan there for Kett, who had a really good look at three. This Montana State lineup under head coach Kevin Wooden, exclusively from the state of Montana. That is Kane. Up top to Breen. Goggins, the leading scorer on this team, and she's got the basketball now. Samantha Beauchamp now on the floor as well, number 20. She's replaced Fradgley here in the early going. Here's Chambers. Kicking it back to Lowen for three. Katie's look at three is going to fall, and the first lead for the Clan They put the score up on the wrong side of the scoreboard here, but 3-2 is the score here for Simon Fraser. There gives Wilson a clear path to the basket, and Meg Wilson missed the layup earlier, makes no mistake this time around, and 5 quick points for the Clan. The triple from Lowen and the steal in the layup by Meg Wilson. 5-2 early here for Simon Fraser. GNAC game number 2 for the Clan. Of course, the 1-0 record, the win over Western Washington. There's a nice move to the basket, a strong take by Depute, and she'll lay it up and in. It cuts it to a 1-point lead here. Lowen jumping to that pass in the far baseline corner. Chambers now pulling up from the elbow. High arcing shot is going to swish through for Aaron. No mistake for Chambers, looking solid early on. Aaron, the 7-4 lead now for Simon Fraser. Goggins, Beauchamp guarding her, and a hand got in there to block that shot. I'm not sure if that was Beauchamp or if, actually even if Ket had come around for that block, but great effort there for the Clan. Here's Ket pulling up, and she will knock down the shot. Opportunistic shooting in the half court here by the Clan. They are finding spots on the floor, more importantly, knocking down shots early. 9-4 the score here. Goggins, guarded by Wilson, she'll put it on the deck, try to split the defense of Beauchamp and Wilson. That will be Beauchamp, number 20, the pure freshman from Holy Cross in Surrey, who gets called for the foul there. Kane coming out of the game for Montana State Billings. Courtney Henry, 5'4" freshman, now into the game. That's Henry right there wearing number 13, compact guard. Drive, high arcer is going to fall. That's Peoples. Nice release there on a high arcing runner by Quinn Peoples underneath the basket. 1 possession lead here, 9-6 for the Clan. Ket now in the half court, swings it down low to Beauchamp. She will go to Wilson on the baseline. Goggins was able to get a hand on it and disrupt that, and right back down the floor for Henry. The big 3 ball is going to miss badly, but underneath is Goggins there to scoop up the rebound. Looks like Beauchamp could be getting called for her second foul here. Check, that's on Katie Lowen. Timeout on the floor. So early on, seeing the Clan hitting some nice shots. They're finding spots on the floor, pulling up from medium range and knocking down shots. Doing a solid job there, but we see the strengths obviously early in Montana State Billings and how much they love to go inside to Goggins. Looking at some of the numbers as we come into this basketball game, we mentioned Chambers leading the GNAC in scoring at 24.7. I believe the number still holding second nationally in Division II. Goggins sitting second in the conference, 18.5 points a game, and Alicia Breen as well, the sophomore, 17.8 points per game. We mentioned as well Meg Wilson sitting 8th at 14.9 points per game, so you can add Peoples in there as well. Quinn Peoples, who just scored, the senior, 12.9 points per game. So within the GNAC, 5 of the top 15 scorers are playing in this basketball game here today. 2 from the Clan and 3 from Montana State Billings. Quick look at those West Region rankings. Simon Fraser actually hanging in there strong at number 10. Clan had the most losses of any team in the West Region, ranked in the top 10 for the region at 5-4, but I guess the word is quality losses. 2 games against Cal State Dominguez Hills, who were ranked number 7 among the top opponents. The Clan have faced Alaska Anchorage, number 1, Seattle Pacific, number 2, both from the GNAC. And as we get back to live action here, Goggins getting set to shoot some free throws. Wow, and a couple of misses there. So leaving some points on the floor. The team's leading scorer, Goggins, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Ket cross court to Wilson. Nice moves underneath the basket there by Meg. She gets right into the low block and can't get that turnaround shot to fall. Tough break for Wilson. Super active early in this game. And if you want to see great footwork in the post, watch Meg Wilson. There is Breen. The pass down low gets batted away, but she's going to get it back. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Henry. Back to Breen. They want to go inside to Goggins, and they're really getting tunneled to just finding her underneath. They do it, and they score with 2 on the shot clock. So mission accomplished for MSUB. Find their go-to girl down low, and Goggins makes the Clan pay with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Beauchamp. Pass a bit too high there for Wilson to corral. Kett gets a hand on it. Play really scrambly right now. They get on the floor for the basketball. It'll be a jump ball there. Possession will go the way of MSUB. The Beauchamp, the Clan player, on the floor battling for that loose ball. Katie Lowen out of the game. And into the game now, Elisa Homer, the redshirt freshman from North Vancouver. Handsworth Secondary. Saw some nice offensive flashes from Elisa throughout the preseason. And she gets on quite early in this game. 5.5 minutes into the first half. There is the three-point attempt, and the follow is going to go for Depute. She followed the miss by Breen, and Montana State Billings with their first lead since 2-0 at 10-9. Chambers trying to give the Clan the lead back, little up and under fake, can't get that to fall. She chases down her rebound, but Goggins beats her to it. Depute quickly to Goggins in the open court. Kicking the ball for 3 in the far corner, won't fall. Beauchamp in there nicely for the block. Another look at 3 is going to go this time. And that's Grimsrud, the junior from Montana City. She missed the 3 from the corner, but steps up and hits one from the top. 13-9. Clan need to find a way to get some points here. Wilson for 3 is not going to go. I believe the foul is going to go underneath the basket to Breen. Used a stiff arm there to hold Samantha Beauchamp, prevent her from getting the offensive rebound. Ellen Kett out of the game for the Clan. Alicia Roberts to see her first action. She inbounds the ball to Chambers at the top, and really physical at the top of the key there is Grimsrud. She's going to get called for the foul. So the fresh shot clock, here's Chambers inbounding to Roberts, to Homer. Wow, Erin Chambers. Just to watch her focus and the way she prepares so quickly off the dribble to square herself and get ready to take that jump shot. Something to see. Making it a 2-point game here. Montana State with the 13-11 lead. Here's Goggins. Great move to the basket. Left-handed layup doesn't go. Wilson quickly with the rebound to Chambers. In full flight come the Clan. Montana State back quickly on defense. Chambers tries to split the defense. Oh, Erin, a beautiful basket on the baseline. Doesn't use any of the glass there, just swishes that shot on the baseline. Ties the game now at 13, and Chambers starting to heat up. If you're enjoying our broadcast thus far on Clan TV, Howard Samura here with you. And we'll let you know all the others that help bring Clan TV productions to the air for all our GNAC conference games. Some new bodies on the floor for Montana State Billings, and they will include Marissa Vanata, number 41, and number 25 as well. Riley Kane back into this game. Ooh, Clan down low, going to get called for the foul from behind. I believe that's going to be Meg Wilson. So Wilson with a foul there, and a nice lob down low finds a wide open Breen, and the double-digit scorer is able to connect for Montana State Billings, so a 15-13 lead here for the visitors. Rachel Fradgley, number 11, back into the game, and she takes that lob and makes no mistake about it. Working well with the team's leader, Erin Chambers, there is Rachel Fradgley. So nice move by Fradgley down low. Can let you know this webcast is available in HD on our YouTube channel. You can find the link at athletics.sfu.ca and through all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can watch it on demand following the conclusion of the game. For the latest news, stats, videos, and more, visit our website, athletics.sfu.ca, and stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Beginning in the new year as well, you can watch the Clan TV Sports Desk with Jade Richardson every Monday for all your Simon Fraser athletics news, highlights, and more. Jade does a great job bringing you up to date each week on all the happenings around Simon Fraser University athletics. The men's basketball team in action today, a later start in Alaska, I believe at Alaska Anchorage tonight. Clan men's basketball will do the Alaska 2-game swing, wrap it up on Saturday, and return next week for their 2015 GNAC home debuts. For Simon Fraser men making some great news on a number of different platforms. Songo Niang, the outstanding point guard, being featured in Slam magazine. So congrats to him for the great start he's had to his season here with the Clan men's basketball team. Also 1-0 heading into action tonight. Alicia Roberts of the Clan getting called for the foul there on that drive on the baseline. So off the inbound, Montana State Billings with a new shot clock. Game tied at 15. Great defense there by Homer. The kick back out for the three. It's going to go in and out by Peoples, and Fradsley there for the rebound. Roberts, the transfer from Pepperdine, of course a great high school career at York House. AAA Final Four team in her senior year of high school. Here's Chambers with the three ball in and out of the cylinder. Can't fall for Aaron. And quickly pushing it down the floor is Kane, Riley Kane, going for the quick three from the corner by Peoples. And they're going to come up empty. Mentioned Chambers was heating up. Great move, turnaround move in the paint. Everybody bought that by Aaron, and she turns around, clears some space for herself underneath the basket. A great hoop there by Chambers to make it 17-15 Simon Fraser. 30-second timeout being called by the Yellowjackets. Chambers now with 8 points to lead all scorers in this basketball game. She's 4 of 5 from the field. Also a couple of assists there for Aaron, who, as we told you off the top, leading the way in the conference, 24.7 points per game. And of course, those numbers are all games. They've only played a limited number of GNAC games, so we'll go with the overall numbers. But that 1-2 punch from Montana State Billings of Breen and Goggins, they're averaging close to 37, 38 points a game combined, and they can score in so many different ways. Of course, Montana State Billings, some real history with Simon Fraser last year. 3-1 was the record in Montana State Billings' favor last season. They swept the Clan in the GNAC regular season schedule. Simon Fraser coming through with a win in the GNAC conference semifinals, but Montana State Billings getting a win later on in the playoffs in the West region. So good rivalry here between these two teams. Two teams who didn't have a lot of history based on former NAIA ties with Simon Fraser. Those ties mostly in the Pacific Northwest, and of course the GNAC having a much wider geographic scope, bringing in the Montana schools as well. A Clan lead, and they're defending in the half court, 17-15, as we approach the midway mark of the opening half of play here. That skip pass down low intended for Goggins, and Homer trying to disrupt things underneath is going to get called for the foul. So Homer and Wilson both checking out of the game. Well, check that Homer is going to stay in the game. She was walking off the floor as Katie Lowen came back into the game, but they'll stay with the multi-guard look here, and there's a great basket on the baseline there for the Yellowjackets' Depute. Roberts to Chambers. Aaron's lob down low to Fragile. She gets deep post position, and nobody can stop her down low as Fragile makes a great play there. She took it that extra half step down and really took the angle away from Goggins defensively down low. So 4 points now for Fragile. The skip pass there, and Goggins crashing to the floor. Bit of contact there with Lowen, but no call. Here's Katie, though, at the other end with the 3-ball. Doesn't go. Fragile, the offensive board, and talked about the way Rachel Fragile had her coming out party against Cal State Dominguez Hills in non-conference play before Christmas. She's bringing the same mentality here to the floor early. Getting her hands on that offensive rebound and going straight up to the basket to draw the foul. Fragile missing both. Goggins had missed both earlier too, so that holiday break taking a bit away from the free throw percentages here early. Here is Goggins, the main cog for Montana State. She's being guarded by Chambers. They'll work it around. 17 on the shot clock. It finally does end up in Goggins' hand. She puts it on the deck, and coming over from the other side to get the block is Fragile. Making an impact at both ends of the floor here is Rachel Fragile. Great play early by the freshman. There's a 3-ball put up by Roberts that won't fall. Riley Kane. Goggins for 3 is going to be much too strong off the back glass there. Here's Homer. Elisa for 3, and she's going to knock down that triple homer. Big basket there, and a 5-point lead now for the Clan. 22-17 is the score. So Fragile and Homer both making their impact felt. Freshman players on this Simon Fraser team. There's a nice rebound defensively by Fragile to get Chambers up the court. Montana State Billings set to check in a couple of players here at the next stoppage. Roberts back up top, being disrupted there nicely defensively by Depute. She will step out and the ball will stay with the Clan. Wholesale changes now on the floor. Courtney Henry, Breen number 20, and Venata number 41 checking in for Montana State Billings. Ellen Kett and Samantha Beauchamp checking in now for the Clan. So the Clan will go with Kett, Chambers, Lowen, Homer, and Beauchamp, the 5 Simon Fraser players on the floor right now. Clan trying to build on a 5-point lead here. Lowen's cross course pass to Kett for 3. Ellen, no angle on that. Just couldn't find its way down the cylinder and in for Ellen Kett. Bit more pressure being put on defensively here by the Clan. Henry, number 13, the compact point guard. Van Atta. And Depute with her dribble to the basket, or check that, Grimsrud. But ended up turning the ball over to Simon Fraser. Another 3, same spot for Homer. This time off the front of the iron. 22-17 remains the score here. Chambers standing her ground nicely defensively underneath the basket, gets the turnover. Takes it up the floor herself. Aaron stops and starts and goes right to the rim. Tough break for Chambers. Looked like a 94-foot run to a basket there. Didn't happen. Here's a 3-ball, strong off the back iron by Grimsrud. Simon Fraser calling a timeout. Bruce Langford calling a timeout. We've been locked on 22-17 here for the past few minutes. Simon Fraser withstanding a bit of a Montana State surge there and starting to find themselves again. As we mentioned, Chambers out to another solid start, on pace to keep up with that league-leading average of almost 25 points a game. Quickly run through some of the numbers for you. Simon Fraser shooting 10 of 22 from the field, 45.5%. We're about 7 minutes before halftime, so solid shooting coming off the extended break. And of course, the break from GNAC competition has been very, very long. It's been almost a month. It was, I believe, December the 6th that they played Western Washington here at the West Gym. So it's been a bit of a break. They've had some non-conference games, but both these teams were off the practice floor for a solid week before resuming play earlier this week in preparation for this contest. Chambers, as we said, 8 points, 4 of 7 shooting from the field. The other Clan players hit the score sheet fragilely with 4, 3 apiece for Katie Lowen and Elisa Homer, and 2 apiece for Ellen Kett and Meg Wilson. Annie Depute leading Montana State Billings in scoring, 3 of 4 from the field, 6 points, 4 rebounds for her. And Kayleen Goggins, the leading scorer on this team, we mentioned 18.5 points per game, and she's had a tough early start here. 1 for 7 from the field, 2 points to go along with 4 rebounds. But so much of the story here to be told yet tonight. Back to center court action here. Chambers on the pass from Kett, can't find the range. And the rebound there by the Yellowjackets. Henry looking to get a touch for Goggins. They can't find her initially. Henry back to Vanessa Stavish, number 15 on the floor. Up and under move there by number 20, Breen. Going to go off a Clan player, and Montana State Billings inbounding the ball with 2 on the shot clock. Quickly they go, and the turnaround shot would count it if it had gone. Very well run to Goggins off the inbounds, but it doesn't go for Montana State Billings. So the Clan now set to take their biggest lead of the game with a basket if they can make one here. Here's Lowen for 3, and she will swish that shot, 25-17. And now the lead up to 8 points, largest of the game here for the Clan. Timeout on the floor right now. Clan will bring in Fiona Beals after the timeout. We had noticed Jada Stanhope, one of the redshirt freshmen, clutching a pair of crutches before this game, so obviously something has happened in practice in preparation for this game, and Stanhope was seeing minutes, and we saw her in both the Cal State Dominguez Hills games the week before Christmas, so speedy recovery to her. She's doing a solid job as a redshirt freshman from Kelowna Secondary School. Montana State Billings coming into this game, a 67-58 winner over Montana Tech in a January 19th game, and I checked that December 19th game. Leading scorer Elisa Breen in that game had 30 points, and Goggins with 14. But Goggins was 4 of 16 in that game, so shooting struggles continuing for her. Obviously, she draws the same kind of defensive attention that Erin Chambers is drawing for the Simon Fraser Clan. And here comes MSUB looking to cut into that 8-point Clan lead here. 6 minutes remaining in the opening half of play. Venata, guarded by Lowen, almost lost the handle. She'll turn a corner, jump stop in the paint, but turns it over to Katie Lowen. Clan could go up by double digits with a basket here. They go to Meg Wilson. Wilson, great move down low, but kicks it back out to Kett. Around the perimeter, the lob goes inside, this time to Chambers. Can't find the angle off the glass, and MSUB with the turnover. Henry to Goggins, but Wilson disrupted that pass from behind, and Kett takes it to Beals quickly down the floor, back up top to Lowen for 3, and Lowen, Katie knocks down her second straight triple. finding the rhythm is Katie Lowen. 28-17 now the lead, the biggest of the game here at 11 points for Simon Fraser. Montana State Billings coming into this game 1-1 in the GNAC, the Clan 1-0. Here's Goggins, guarded by Wilson. Meg is giving her no space down low. She's able to corral that turnover is Goggins, but this time the shot doesn't fall. Offensive rebound, though nobody kept Stavish off the glass. And Vanessa Stavish going right to the rim off the offensive rebound. 28-19, ending a bit of a scoring drought here for MSUB. Ket to Lowen again, feed the hot hand, and this time it doesn't fall for Katie. Battling for the ball underneath, though, is Henry with Ket. Courtney Henry quickly. Goggins' little head fake frees up the baseline, and she goes one hands off the glass. Great move there by Goggins. Her second basket of the game. Now, in this contest, the team's leading scorer. Wilson lobbing it down low to Chambers. Double team comes quickly on Aaron. Loose ball goes to Ellen Ket, 15 on the shot clock. Wilson now from the free throw line, off the back of the iron. His Clan lead cut to 7 points right now, 28-20. Goggins keeping control of that ball. Looking to use a screen is Breen. Turnaround move into the paint, right to the basket. It's going to get called for the travel. The turnover there. Media timeout on the floor as the Clan makes some personnel changes. Look like Homer and Fragile set the check back into this basketball game. The Clan are back in action right here in the West Gym on January the 3rd. That is Saturday, 7 o'clock game time versus Seattle Pacific. Watch it live in HD on Clan TV. Simon Fraser will follow that game with January 8th, with the January 8th contest at Northwest Nazarene, and 2 days later, January the 10th at Central Washington. She mentioned the men getting back to the West Gym next week. They are in Alaska at Alaska Anchorage tonight. We haven't had a score update yet from that contest. That's an 8:30 start locally, though. 4:15 on Saturday, Simon Fraser men at Alaska Fairbanks. And the Clan come home for the first time in 2015 in the West Gym. January the 8th, the 7 p.m. game against Seattle Pacific, followed by a Saturday, January 10th game against Montana State Billings. So both Simon Fraser basketball teams winning on the opening weekend of the GNAC schedule in early December and bringing the undefeated records into play here on New Year's Day, a big football day, but great to have some hoops here as part of January the 1st and the GNAC opening on a number of fronts tonight. So back to main action here, 3:11 left in this game in the first half. Check that, Simon Fraser 28-21. And here are the Clan now with Chambers. Pulling up, tough shot, but that is Aaron Chambers' shot. Pulling up from about 10 feet off the dribble in traffic. And Aaron knocks down the tough shot. 30-21 the score, a 9-point lead here for the Clan, who have led by as much as 11. Goggins, turnaround shot with the left hand. Gets called for the turnover, and it goes to Simon Fraser. Fragile, I think for a second, thought she might have committed the foul there, but she's getting a tough assignment, going one-on-one with Goggins down low. Lob pass back to Fragile. Wow, Rachel Fragile, nice basket there, right on her back with Stavish, and doing her best to impede the efforts of Fragile down low, but Rachel, great job underneath, 32-21. 11-point lead with 2:20 left here in the opening half of play. Montana State Billings. There is Goggins. Fragile guarding her again. This time Goggins, you can see the frustration there, gets called for the travel. And the turnover. So Simon Fraser now with a chance to build on their biggest lead of the game here. Elisa Homer in the half court quickly to Chambers up top. Katie Lowen trying to find Fradgley, but Fradgley draws her defender up higher. They move it on the baseline to Homer for three. It's going to miss the mark there from Homer. To our final 2 minutes of the opening half here. Goggins does all she can to corral that ball. Ellen Kett, great job defensively. And this time the ball will go, the alternating possession, to the Clan. Kett able to get in there and get her hands on that basketball, albeit for a brief second, enough to turn possession and back over to Simon Fraser. 90 seconds left in our opening half of play. Kett using the Chambers screen back to Aaron. Chambers to the free throw line, hands back to Lowen. Still plenty of time on that shot clock, 17. Chambers, little head fake to the free throw line, drives into players, kicks back to Fradgley. Great job dishing the basketball there by Aaron Chambers. The penetration kick to Fradgley, who makes no mistake with a soft jump shot. Fradgley showing a nice touch there, facing the basket. 34-21, the 13-point lead, the biggest of the half here. And the defense shining through as Kett doing another great job defensively. The offensive foul there being called on Peoples. The Kett's really made her mark in the early going here with her great defensive play. And so much more the point guard than we saw last season in her first year with the Clan. Just so much more confident on the floor with Simon Fraser. And as we say, draws the charges and gets it done as a team player on the other end. They go to Fradgley. Rachel to Katie Lowen, sees a bit of a seam, kicks back to Fradgley. 40 seconds remaining in the half. There's Chambers cross court to Roberts. And Alicia Roberts getting called for the travel there. That clock ran a bit long. There should be probably 36 and a half. But they're not going to put it back on the clock here. Riley Kane now. About 3.5 seconds difference between game and shot clock. They find Goggins down low, and that's exactly what they wanted, the lob down low as she's cutting to the basket for the layup. Fradgley just trailing on that play, 34-23, 11-point lead, final 15 seconds of the half, and the shot clock turned off. Simon Fraser would love to build on this lead and take that momentum into the halftime locker. Here's Kett back up top to Chambers. Aaron driving, jump stop, squares up and knocks down the tough jump shot. With a half a second remaining, Aaron knocks down that shot, squares up so nicely. And the lead, 13 points, the largest of the game here for Simon Fraser. 36-23. Great basket by Aaron Chambers. And going to be joined in a second here by SFU assistant coach Emily Wright. Happy New Year, Coach.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Talk about getting your girls back into the game. I know you guys weren't able to practice for about a week, and you got to cool your heels and get them back. How did you feel they progressed as the half went along?
I thought that their work ethic was really good in the first half. We got after boards. We were playing pretty good defense. We had 6 steals, which is great for us. There was a couple games against Dominguez Hills where we weren't getting steals in games, and it helped us a lot against Western Washington when we had 12 steals, and so that's been a huge point of emphasis for us.
Last question. Ellen Kett is an inspiring player on defense sometimes, and she's doing a lot of good things in her second year. Just a quick summation of how she played in the first half.
Yeah, every single time she takes a charge, it energizes the bench, it energizes the players on the floor, and we get momentum by it. So Ellen is a huge integral part to our team.
Okay, Emily Wright, thanks so much. Appreciate that. All the best in the second half. Simon Fraser, assistant coach Emily Wright, and we will bring you up to date on some of the first half stats. And Simon Fraser shooting 48.5% from the field in the opening half of play, solid at 16 of 33. Leading the way for the Clan, 12 points for Aaron Chambers. Aaron was 6 of 11 from the field. She only took 1 3-point shot, didn't hit it, but 6 of 11, and we talk about that trademark jump stop in the paint and really scoring up and knocking down those tough jump shots in traffic. Aaron did a great job there. 12 points there. Katie Lowen with 9. Rachel Fradgley with 8 were the other leaders for the Clan. On the other side of the ledger, 6 points apiece for Goggins and Annie Depute. Goggins held to 3 of 11 from the field, so tough shots for Kayleen Goggins, but she started to heat up towards the end of the opening half of play. We will take a short break here. I'm just looking for a signal from my producer engineer, Gabe, and we will do that, and we'll be back with the second half of play in a bit.
It takes something really special to pause life, even if it's for a moment. The Keg Steakhouse and Bar. Great food, great conversations. We'll see you tonight.
And joined now by Rachel Fradley, freshman with the Simon Fraser Clan. Rachel, a great first half. Talk about how much more comfortable you're starting to feel with this team.
A lot more comfortable, especially like the seniors, like Meg, Erin, Katie. They all make me feel more comfortable, and in practice they push me harder, so it's just helped me become more confident on the court.
A big game against Cal State Dominguez Hills, a career high. I think he had 16 points in that game. How much confidence did that give you heading into the break?
A lot more confidence, actually. Just now that I've scored that much points, I guess it gives me confidence that I can like post up and like score and do all that stuff. Are
you starting to notice more attention being paid to you defensively by the other teams? I mean, you're 4 of 4 in the first half. That lob pass down low is really effective. Are you noticing teams paying you a bit more respect down low now?
Yeah, a little bit. I think obviously teams have to pay attention to Erin. She's an amazing player, which helps me get some more open baskets, but I have a little bit more attention, yeah.
Well, you're fun to watch, and it's been great to watch you so far. Have a great second half.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. And that is Rachel Fradley from Simon Fraser. 4 of 4 in the opening half of play. And we'll take a look at some of the stats from the opening half of play. So Fradley, as we mentioned, with a big 16-point performance against Cal State Dominguez Hills, and as we thought, a real confidence booster heading into the holiday break for her. As we mentioned, answering with a 4 for 4 performance in the opening half of play. We should also mention 7 rebounds, 6 of those on the defensive glass, really helped key the fast break, and you see how much that Rachel loves playing with Erin Chambers, and that much is very evident. Chambers, in fact, fed her off a penetration kick for a great face-up basket. Fradley showing a lot of different components, also playing some tough defense on the other end of the floor, so great that Rachel Fradley gets here, gets some experience with Chambers, and as well with Meg Wilson, those two really mentoring a future Clan star here at the West Gym. As we go under a minute before the opening tip, we can run through some of the individual and team stats from the first half of play. 36-23 is the score, and one of the interesting stats to note, points in the paint tied at 18 between these two teams. So Montana State Billings really unable to get their jump shooting game going in the opening half of play. Simon Fraser able to do a solid job there. And Emily Wright, the Clan assistant coach, had mentioned those 6 steals. Pretty aggressive play defensively by Simon Fraser in the opening half of play. Those 6 steals helping give Simon Fraser a 14-4 edge in points off of turnovers. As we head to the buzzer here and the start of the second half of play here from the West Gym on Clan TV. So Montana State Billings with the ball set to inbound. And they'll very quickly go to Alicia Breen, the second leading scorer on this basketball team. Breen to Peoples, number 12, Quinn. The shot from 15, front iron out in the chase of a loose ball there. Katie Lowen chases it down, and Lowen got into a real shooting groove from beyond 3-point range in the opening half of play. Here's Fradley to Wilson. Stop from about 12 and right off the glass. Nobody challenging Meg Wilson. And Wilson making it a 38-23 game here. The games that count, the GNAC contest, number 2 of the season for the Clan. Working hard to try and go to 2-0 tonight. Montana State Billings looking to go to 2-1. There's a play underneath the basket. Turnaround effort there by Grimsrud, number 30. Non-starter, but on the floor to start the second half of play here. So she gets the basket back, 38-25. Give and go there between Chambers and Fradley, kicking out to Kett. Not a lot behind that triple by Ellen, and you can hear Kevin Wooden, the Montana State Billings coach, asking why that wasn't a foul. Some contact there. But the ball stays with the Clan, 11 on the shot clock. 1:09 here into the second half of play. Wilson up top to Lowen. To Kett. Lob down low to Fradley, 7 on the shot clock. Rachel looking for that turnaround move and gets it by Grimsrud. Grimsrud with the basket here and the steal at the other end. Now they kick out for 3 and Breen will knock that down. So Little 5-0 run by the Yellowjackets here in the early going. They get the steal as well, and they get the run out at the other end with Grimsrud. And Grimsrud is looking all world here for Montana State Billings. As we mentioned, a non-starter, but on the floor here to start the second half and making a real difference, especially at the offensive end. There's Fradsley with a short little jumper, can't find the range, follows the miss, can't get the offensive rebound effort to go as well. So Montana State Billings on the break here. There's Goggins. Depute, turnaround pass to the corner to Grimsrud, head fake on the baseline and blocked from behind by Wilson. And the foul being called on Montana State Billings there. And Quinn Peoples, number 12, getting called for the foul. But MSUB doing a great job to come back from double digits. They've cut it to 8 points here at 38-30. Solid start for the visitors here. Staying right in this basketball game. Here's Fradsley. Back up top to Ket. Chambers finds a seam. Nice pass to Fradsley. The connection between those two incredible. And again, the Clan with 11 on the shot clock and an inbounds opportunity. Chambers to Fradsley up top to Lowen for three. Katie's look at three is going to fall. Katie Lowen doing a terrific job shooting the three ball here tonight. Lowen is now 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. All her points coming from beyond the arc as they oftentimes do. And Lowen now with 12 points in the basketball game. Here's Goggins. Fradsley out to the three-point line to guard her. Bit of a fadeaway shot there, won't find the range, and Clan right back down the floor with Homer quickly to Chambers in full flight. Aaron, the dish underneath to Fradsley for the basket. Big time basket off the beautiful dish by Chambers. Fradsley runs the wing so hard, and she's rewarded at the other end of the floor. Great effort there by Fradsley. You were listening to our halftime interview. You talked about how much you heard how much Fradsley loves to play with Chambers. You saw a great example of it right there as the three put up from the far baseline corner by Peoples off the mark, and quickly right down the floor, the pass from Chambers to Homer. Back up to Fradsley. Starting to appreciate all the facets that Fradsley's bringing. You're seeing her as a passer too. Out of the post. Great hands underneath, high off the glass. Doesn't go for Fradsley, but she will draw the contact and get to the free throw line. Instances like that, you see why Fradsley is identified by Canada Basketball as an exciting young prospect. I mean, within the traffic, having the presence of mind to put that ball so high off the glass, almost got that to fall, but got to the free throw line anyway, making it a productive time underneath the basket there. So she'll miss the first, have a chance to make one here. Fradsley missing both. But that fast break with Fradsley and Ket and Chambers, Homer, and Lowen coming along nicely here on the floor, and it's a 13-point Clan lead. 5-0 run for the Clan after giving up a 5-0 run. Looks like Ket's going to get called for the foul there on the hesitation dribble. It's a solid job there by Riley Kane. Timeout on the floor now. So Simon Fraser building the lead back up to 13 points. A good chance to do what they need to do at home here in this first full opening weekend of GNAC women's basketball play. Seattle Pacific at Western Washington tonight. And Seattle Pacific will make their way up Burnaby Mountain on Saturday. I heard reports of snow on Friday. Certainly hope that doesn't happen, but it's going to be a great atmosphere here with Seattle Pacific on Saturday. 7 o'clock tip-off. If you can't make it up, you can watch us here on Clan TV. Should mention the production crew in charge of Clan TV helping you watch these games in HD. The executive producer, Steve Frost, the producer-director, Gabriel Lynn. Gabriel also playing the role of broadcast host. Luca Molinari manning the camera, and Steve Frost as well tonight. Part of the camera crew here at the West Gym, and especially thanks to everyone in marketing and communications for all the work they do in helping Clan TV hit the air. Clan a little bit late getting back onto the floor. The 13-point lead here, 15:46 remaining in the game. And Montana State Billings, you know they've got a big run in them. See what happens here as Breen quickly inbounding the ball to Riley Kane, number 25. Trying to get something going down low, but they'll kick it back up top to number 15, Stavish. Vanessa Stavish unable to find the mark there, but out of bounds, and the ball going to MSUB. Samantha Beauchamp now into the game for the Clan. She spells off Fragile, who had a very productive effort, and Beauchamp answers the bell right off the bench. Cold gets a block on Goggins. So a big play there defensively by the freshman from Surrey. Now she's got a touch in the paint. Nice skip pass to Chambers, who can't finish, but great response to the post pass by Sam Beauchamp. Just couldn't, Erin Chambers just couldn't get the finish there. In the trees, Riley Kane trying to score. And Beauchamp is going to get called for the foul there. Beauchamp's second foul of the game gets Kane to the free throw line. Talked about the fact that Montana State Billings had scored the majority of its points in the paint in that opening half of play. 18 of their 23 points came in the paint in the first half. Only 5 points outside of the painted area in the opening half of play for Montana State Billings, and they have to get a bit more, add a bit more dimensions to the game on offense, because Clan are scoring inside and out. There's Homer on the baseline, just can't get the roll at the end. Kane down the floor for MSUB. Hand on the basketball, disrupts that play. Ellen Kett, great job defensively, getting a fingertip on the basketball there. So 23 on the shot clock. MSUB set to inbound the ball. Here is Breen, stolen by Beauchamp off the inbound. So chalk up another steal here for Simon Fraser, looking to build on a 12-point lead. Here's Kett. Little wraparound pass to Chambers is going to get disrupted there by MSUB. The skip pass down the floor, finishing. Oh, can't finish on the other end, but a second chance opportunity there for Breen. It's going to go Simon Fraser's way again. Great pass down the floor that Lowen had trouble handling at the end. Maybe a bit too much mustard on that from Chambers, but Lowen, a great pass to Beauchamp. Samantha Beauchamp right to the basket for the layup. We're starting to see what a great part of the Simon Fraser offense that lob pass is to their bigs as they head to the basket. Simon Fraser can do it because their bigs are athletic. Samantha Beauchamp, great effort there. Much needed basket in a response by Breen from the three. Makes it a 45-35 game, a 10-point game for the Clan. Here is Chambers. Looking down low to Beauchamp again. Samantha Beauchamp. Rachel went 4 for 4 in much the same way in the opening half of play. Hustling for that steal, just can't come up with it. But Montana State Billings, if they want to lead Burnaby Mountain with a win tonight, are going to have to find a way to stop all the great things the Clan are doing. Here's Beauchamp coming off the floor, a neat 2 for 2 in very limited time. Fragile now back into the game for Simon Fraser, so it's Fragile, Homer, Chambers, Lowen, Wilson, and Chambers is coming out of the game, an absolute rarity. She normally plays the full 40, but with a 12-point lead, Bruce Langford, the head coach, finding a rare opportunity to sit Erin Chambers. Allow her to get a bit of a breather. She's going to lead this conference in minutes. I don't think there's much question about that. Little head fake there, and Shot is going to fall there for Depute. Annie Depute cutting the lead back down to 10. Here is Katie Lowen. Fragilely, the give and go with Wilson, and a great basket there by Meg Wilson. The two bigs, the two 6-foot-plus players on the floor. Talked about Fragilely's passing from the post, but Meg Wilson needed to make a tough cut there, and Meg did a great job. The answer, though, coming from MSUB and cutting it back to a 10-point game. 12:29 left in the contest. The Clan up by 10. Here is Lowen to Homer, entering in the post. Fragilely back up top to Homer for three. Too strong off the back iron there, and the rebound quickly gobbled up by the Yellowjackets. Great block by Wilson. Meg Wilson on the leading scorer, Kayleen Goggins. That's a statement defensively by Wilson. She comes right back down the floor and tries to down low to Fragilely. Bodies will hit the pine. Media timeout on the floor. So in this media timeout, Clan up 49-39. That's a 10-point lead. Tickets are on sale January 5th for the Gathering of the Clan. And to join us on March the 3rd, 2015 at the Vancouver Convention Center West, as we celebrate the Gathering of the Clan with Canadian icon Steve Nash. Hear the story of his rise from high school basketball in Victoria to the two-time NBA MVP award. All proceeds support Simon Fraser University Athletics. They've raised over $1.3 million and counting since 2010. The Gathering of the Clan, always a huge event for the Simon Fraser sports community. And wow, what a get to get Steve Nash, Canadian icon, and inspiration to so many young athletes across this country. Steve Nash, the keynote speaker at the Gathering of the Clan. Remember, tickets on sale January the 5th, and that is a Monday. Quickly looking at some of the stats that have Simon Fraser with a 10-point lead and 12 minutes remaining in this basketball game. 3 double-figure scores now for Simon Fraser. Katie Lowen and Erin Chambers each with 12. Lowen with 4 triples, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Rachel Fragilely 5 of 8. And you're seeing 50% plus performances from those 3 leading scorers for the Simon Fraser Clan, who are shooting 46.2% on the second half, 48% on the game, 22 of 46. No double-digit scores on the other side of the ledger. Alicia Breen and Annie Depute with 8 apiece for Montana State Billings. Fiona Beals now checked into the game for Simon Fraser. Beals number 10 on a Riverside secondary in Port Coquitlam. Shot going up underneath the basket, and that is Goggins. Carving out some real estate underneath the basket, and that is how she scores the majority of her points, and the Clan have done a great job thus far in keeping her under wraps. There's a great entry down low to Fragilely, and she's doing what is becoming very natural to everyone here in the West Gym, scoring in the low block. And they're doing this without Erin Chambers orchestrating the offense. There's a 3 that's going to miss badly by Goggins, and she wants to crawl into a corner right now, but doesn't go her way. That shot missing. Roberts now checking out. Chambers back into this game. Interesting to see Wilson and Fragilely and how they carve out real estate in the front court. This time Meg staying out beyond the three-point arc to Chambers, though, disrupted there by MSUB, and they get down the floor very quickly. Great hands defensively there by Breen, and the shot kicked up for 3. So Montana State Billings, we told you they were going to have a run left in them. They've cut it to 7 points here. The Clan can't rest on anything here. MSUB, quality team, and they are digging in their heels right now. There's a little reverse underneath the basket that won't go for Fragilely. See the opportunity she's getting underneath the basket. She is going to turn into one of those 65% from the field. Great hustle on the floor by Beals. But MSUB able to come up with the ball, and Goggins with the scoop shot underneath draws the contact. Oh, well, actually he's going to get called for the travel. I thought perhaps Wilson was going to get called for the foul underneath, but the travel to call underneath, and Goggins, such a hard worker, heading to the bench now for the Yellowjackets. As we approach the midway mark of the second half of play. Right down to 10. Chambers on the attack to Lowen. Katie, crossover move, great dish to Beauchamp, cutting his Beals. Fiona can't finish with a short little jump shot, but great ball movement in the half court there by the Clan. 11 on the shot clock. They've got to make some decisions here, and it's a 3-ball. Swirling in and out of the hoop there by Lowen. Pinpoint passing there by the Clan. Give Beals a great look at the basket. She just couldn't knock it down. Fiona Beals. Samantha Beauchamp there, solid defensively, staying with her check, but you got to credit Peoples for a solid job going to the basket there. Montana State Billings hanging around.
That's all right. That's not Alicia's ball. Give her some help. I don't think we have the right score for us.
So Chambers now in attack mode there, drawing the contact and getting to the free throw line. Free throw shooting has been far from stellar on both sides here tonight. Chambers, though, goes through that ritual every single time and finds the rhythm and knocks down one of two, 52-46. Montana State Billings, great skip pass down low, and coming in hard for the block attempt was Meg Wilson. Beauchamp getting called for the foul there. Wilson came in hard, but Beauchamp there defensively as well. So Breen now at the free throw line. Breen, one of the double-figure scorers on this team, averaging around 17 points a game heading in. Here comes Goggins, who's struggled from the field. But, you know, she's going to get touches down the stretch. Certainly a marked West Gym. There's Chambers going hard to the basket. Breen, great sportsmanship helping her up, but is going to foul her from behind, trying to keep up with Aaron, and not an easy task. And Chambers, that determined run on the baseline, draws the contact, gets to the free throw line. Ellen Kett now coming into the game for Simon Fraser. Wilson comes out. So the Clan a lot smaller here. Beauchamp stays in as the one pure front court player for Simon Fraser. It's Kett, Lowen, and Roberts and Chambers, the other Clan players on the floor as they knock down the second free throw. 54-47, final 8:50 of this contest. We'll get to see what the Clan are made of defensively here down the stretch drive. Overcommitting is Beauchamp. She recovers nicely as the MSUB players get back in the half court here with 11 on the shot clock. Cross court pass. Three-point attempt is going to go off the side of the iron there by Stavish. And that skip pass disrupted there by some quality hustle from Alicia Roberts. Ball going off Roberts. Breen quickly to Goggins. Back up top to Stavish. Right down to Goggins, and she's met immediately by a couple of Clan players. Ellen Kett reaching a hand in there is going to get called for the foul. So Goggins Knew she was going to be out on the floor when everything counted for this team, and you know she's going to stay on the floor to the end of the game here. She's going to get a lot of touches. Gets the roll on the second, makes 2 of 2, 54-49. The lead as much as 13 now cut to 5 with 8:14 remaining. A high lob pass from Lowen down to Beauchamp. Samantha Beauchamp trying her best to gain some position there, but surrounded by a couple of Montana State Billings players, and the jump ball possession called. It will stay with the Clan. Riley Kane into the game for Courtney Henry. So 25 now on the court for Montana State Billings. Here is Kett, the quick inbounds pass to Beauchamp. And Beauchamp able to score it immediately, 56-49. Big basket right now for the Clan. 8 minutes remaining in this basketball game. Beauchamp being entrusted with a lot here. She doesn't dial it back. She gets called for the foul on the attempted block. So a timeout being called on the floor. Samantha Beauchamp, that's the way freshmen grow up on the floor. With both Fradgley and Wilson on the bench, Beauchamp getting a chance to be the sole post defender, and you can see Bruce Langford right now talking to her as she heads off the floor. Some words of wisdom there from the veteran head coach. And we'll throw you some of the numbers. Simon Fraser, that field goal percentage going down in the second half, and it's part and parcel of what Montana State Billings is doing defensively. Just a lot more focused in the half court defensively are the Yellowjackets, and Simon Fraser shooting 44% from the field, 8 of 18. They were 16 of 33 in the first half of play, and I know we've still got 8 minutes to go in this basketball game, but MSUB doing a solid job defensively, and they're using it to claw their way back into this basketball game. The visitors from Montana shooting 45% in the second half, 9 of 20. They're 20 of 48 overall, 42% for the game. Still the same 3 double-digit scores. The Clan offense slowing down a bit. Chambers with 15, Fradgley and Katie Lowen with 12 apiece. Kayleen Goggins, 10 points to lead Montana State Billings. It's the kind of game it's been. Only 8 minutes remaining. The Montana State Billings crew with only 1 double-digit scorer at 10 points, and it's Kayleen Goggins on 4 of 16 shooting from the field. So the Clan have made it tough for her. But as we say, look at those free throw trips, and you can guarantee she's going to be stepping up to the stripe a lot down the stretch drive of this basketball game, because she's demanding the ball down low. And drawing a crowd defensively as well from the Simon Fraser Clan. And here she is again, Goggins. The free throw numbers don't look as bad as I thought they would, but 5 of 9 overall for Montana State Billings, still pretty bad. Restoring it a bit there as Goggins hits the second of 2. The Clan are 3 of 8. Have 8 free throw trips, and they're shooting under 50% from the stripe. Here's Lowen at the elbow, cross court to Roberts. Little head fake gets her down to the baseline, quickly to Fradgley. Rachel Fradgley. One of the keys to Fradgley's game, even as a freshman, is decisiveness underneath the basket. So quickly gets from receiving a pass to taking her shot underneath the basket. Great job by the freshman there as she knocks down the first free throw. So Fradgley, after going 0 for 4 from the free throw line, hits her first from the charity stripe here tonight. She's got 13 points and 10 rebounds. Make that 14 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double in 18. Certainly keeping right on pace with the 16-point performance she had in non-conference action just before Christmas against Cal State Dominguez Hills. Great defense by Lowen, slowing things down for Montana State Billings, but there's Goggins with that wide hook shot going off the glass. Sweeping shot, check that, and Goggins starting to heat up here down the stretch. Great look down low there. So Chambers makes a nice cut on the baseline, rewarded as Homer finds her. The great pass on the baseline for the layup. 60-52, 8-point lead, 7 minutes remaining here on Clan TV. this GNAC New Year's Day special. Here's Goggins from 3. Homer right in her face, and she will knock it down. And Kayleen Goggins, with a big smile on her face, backpedals down the floor. She's heating up. Goggins, I believe now with 14 in this game. The shooting percentage might have been ugly early, but she is the go-to player here down the stretch drive. Ket can't find the mark there on the layup. Montana State Billings. Dish underneath, and that's Goggins. She had a wide open layup, couldn't get it to go, and Chambers very quickly down the floor. Homer back to Chambers. Up top to Lowen. Katie for 3. Doesn't fall for Lowen, who's knocked down 4 of those already tonight. That looks like a Simon Fraser timeout. 60-55 is the score here. Montana State Billings coming on strong. We talked about Kayleen Goggins and how this is going to rest on her. The high percentage shots down low, the ability to get to the free throw line, and she's done a solid job here over the last few possessions of this basketball game for her team. Goggins now checked that with 16 points. She's 6 of 19. 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 16 points, 7 rebounds, and a steal to lead the way for Montana State Billings, who trail by 5 points. Chambers with 17, leading the Clan Fragilely with 14, Lowen with 12. These teams, look at the closeness on the scoreboard. It's reflected in team stats. Bench scoring tied at 9, fast break points tied at 2, points off of turnovers tied at 14, and points in the paint, the slight edge for the Clan at 34-30. The edge going to Montana State Billings and second chance opportunities, 9-3 in points there. So those stats all point towards a solid effort here, and the ability to hang around by Montana State Billings. They're going to make this a basketball game. Simon Fraser certainly needs to play their best basketball of the contest over the final 6 minutes if they want to go to 2-0 in the GNAC in advance of Saturday's game against Seattle Pacific. You can see that game or come to the gym here, the West Gym, if you can't. Live on Clan TV at 7 o'clock Saturday. Seattle Pacific and Simon Fraser. It is the basketball. Goggins. What was an open lane closed quickly. Chambers closing in. Foul being called on Fragilely, and look who's at the free throw line again. Kayleen Goggins. These will be her 7th and 8th trips of the game. The only other players from Montana State Billings to get to the free throw line tonight is Goggins makes the second, or Alicia Breen and Riley Kane, each with 2 trips. So Goggins taking on the mantle of physical play underneath and the responsibility of knocking down free throws. 60-57, a 1-possession game. It's a 10-point swing from the largest Clan lead at 13 points. And Goggins coming up with that ball there on the turnover. Grimsrud double team, kicks it out quickly. Montana State Billings 15 on the shot clock. Looking to tie or pull within 1 on this possession. As close as they've been since the first half of play. Great move to the basket off the glass by Peoples. So Quinn Peoples makes it a 60-59 game. Simon Fraser needs to rediscover their best play at both ends of the floor right now. Here's Wilson, hard to the basket. Indeed, the foul against Kayleen Goggins. Homer for 3. right over the basket. Big, huge three with 4:40 left is going to give Montana State Billings the lead. Simon Fraser in a bit of a funk here at both ends of the floor. They'd love for Lowen to knock down the three, but that does not fall. Katie's missed 3 in a row now after getting in a hot streak earlier in this contest. So Montana State Billings now with the lead at 62-60. We're down to 4:14 remaining. As we mentioned, the Clan led by as many as 13 in this contest. So big swing here off the glass this time by Goggins. Off the glass. Langford is going to call for time with 4:02 remaining. So a big 5-point lead here now for Montana State Billings. Simon Fraser needing to come out and rediscover what they were doing earlier in this contest. We'll check that. The largest lead by the Clan was actually points. Right near the end of the second, 15 points. So the swing now 20 in the other direction. And that's not what you want to be seeing if you're the Simon Fraser Clan. And suddenly, Kayleen Goggins has erupted, and she's going to meet that season average. It looks like she's got 21 points to lead all scorers in this basketball game. And it's not just her, though. Quinn Peoples has really stepped it up as well. She's 6 of 11 for 14 points. So Montana State Billings sizzling off from the floor here. 54% from the field in the second half of play thus far. 14 of 26 in the second half. The Clan shooting a tepid 9 of 24 in the second half, 37.5%. Can they get the defensive stops they need here? And the rest is going to come if they can just do that. They've got to find a way to shut down the offense of Montana State Billings over the final 4 minutes of this game, trailing now by 5. Lowen now with the ball. Taquette. Chambers for 3, off the mark. Beauchamp winning that tip drill. Great offensive rebound. But no reset on the shot clock there. I guess it didn't. Here's Chambers with 5 on the shot clock, and she's going to get fouled. The N1 opportunity there for Aaron. That is a huge basket. So Chambers fouled in the act and getting the shot to fall. 65-62 with 3:36 remaining. Chambers misses the free throw. Meg Wilson, though, charges in for the offensive rebound and gets fouled. So uncharacteristically, MSUB letting the Clan right back into this game. So Wilson knocks down the first. Clan with 4 starters and Samantha Beauchamp in the game here in the stretch drive of this contest. Just like that, Wilson knocks down 2. Makes it a 1-point game. So after Goggins hits the crazy 3 off high glass, the Clan come right back down the floor. Aaron Chambers hitting the 12-foot jumper, and although she missed the N1 opportunity on the free throw, Meg Wilson crashes the glass for the rebound and hits 2 free throws. Now some defensive pressure by the Clan here. 3:30 remaining, trailing by 1 to the Montana State Billings Yellowjackets, who have the ball. Goggins to Kane. Katie Lowen getting called for the foul. Costly at this stage of the game because Riley Kane is going to get to the free throw line. Mentioned both teams struggling from the stripe, but they're knocking down free throws here when it counts, and Kane hits them both. 67-64, a 3-point lead here, 3:12 remaining. Kett, the skip pass to Beauchamp off the glass. Samantha Beauchamp with a nice basket there. She's responding in pressure time. Cuts it to 1 point now. Montana State Billings in the half court. You know they want to get it to Goggins, and there she goes against Beauchamp, and she backs up Sam Beauchamp, the freshman. Gets it to go 23 now in the game for Goggins. Chambers surrendering the ball there to Kane, and Riley right up the court for Montana State Billings. Kick back out. .225 remaining. Montana State Billings looking to build on the one possession lead here. Is Goggins, guarded by Ellen Kett. Couple of dribbles, turn around, wants to go off glass, is not going to get it to go. And the Clan come. Yellowjackets couldn't save it, so Wilson will look to get it into a guard's hands, and Kett's going to run the show here. Back to Wilson. Thought about the three there for a second. Chambers now driving, dishing underneath the Beauchamp. There, and the foul is going to get called on Quinn Peoples down low. Samantha Beauchamp playing a big role in this basketball game down the stretch drive, getting a great opportunity. Can the Clan reverse this? Funk down the stretch drive, as we mentioned, leading by 15 at one point. Beauchamp missing on the first. Too strong. Oh, gets the nice roll on the second, though, does Beauchamp. So Clan defensive pressure now in the final 145 of this contest. 69-67 is the score here for Montana State Billings. Here's Kane on the baseline. Kett does a great job to get there, but is going to get called for the block. Tough break there for Ellen Kett, throwing herself in the way defensively. Heard Emily Wright, the assistant coach for the Clan, talking about how Ellen Kett's a real motivator with those fearless defensive efforts, taking charges, and that time just a shade late, allowing Riley Kane to get to the free throw line. Kane's going to very quickly knock both down. 71-67 now the score for Montana State Billings. Clan are going to need some big performances here down the stretch. Chambers, the one to do it, drives, takes the shot off balance, and gets the roll. Erin Chambers draws the contact, her second N1 opportunity in the last couple of minutes here. So Chambers, that's a team leader right there. Knowing she's got to have the ball in her hands, and that time around, I didn't think Erin was going to be able to square up in time. It really looked like she was shooting from an unbalanced position, but somehow gets the roll. And there is Chambers, the N1. At a 1 point game, and the Clan put the pressure defense on. Montana State Billings answers. They get right up the floor. 1:17 remaining. Frantic Clan defense. Goggins with the ball, guarded by Beauchamp. Kaylin Goggins goes for the layup and gets it. Big back. She's put that 4 for 16 opening well behind her. Just a high percentage go-to force Montana State Billings needed here for this comeback. There's a great pass down low to Meg Wilson. 53.6 seconds remaining, and Meg Wilson restores or cuts the lead back to 1 point for the Clan, trailing by 1. Kane guarded by Ket. Nine on the shot clock for Goggins. Chambers guarding her. And Kevin Wooden will call a timeout with 6 on the shot clock. 29.3 seconds remaining. Montana State Billings has really relied on Goggins down the stretch drive, but Peoples has been huge as well. And those two really doing a great job down the stretch here for this Montana State University Billings team, who have a 1 point lead. This is going to have to be a quick hitter coming out of the timeout. 6 on the shot clock. Clearly, possession's so valuable at this stage of the game. They want to talk it over and see what they can do here with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 29.3 in the game. This is what it's come down to for the Clan, to pute the inbounds pass quickly. Up top to Breen. Breen hoists the 3. I think Chambers got in the way defensively. Beauchamp with the rebound quickly to Chambers. Clan with a chance to win the game here. Trailing by 1, 16 seconds remaining. Ket with the ball to hand. Gets it right back to Chambers. They want Aaron with the ball to Wilson. Meg driving, kicking to Ellen Ket. Ket, the skip pass underneath to Beauchamp, and it rolls and it falls with 1.7 seconds remaining. Samantha Beauchamp with a huge basket. All the while you're looking at that half-court play and you're going, Aaron's going to take the shot, Aaron's going to take the shot, but they're so unselfish, they give it up, they believe in each other, and they find a way to get the ball to Samantha Beauchamp. She gets a quick double team, and Samantha Beauchamp does not disappoint. She had the ball out of her hands earlier because she wasn't decisive enough underneath the basket. This time, solid play by Beauchamp. 74-73. Off the half-court set. What composure by the Clan. And that extends to Wilson, to Lowen, to Ket, and finally to Samantha Beauchamp. A big, huge basket. These GNAC games are all battles, and there's no gimmies. Even though the Clan were leading by 15, they had to battle with everything they had, and now they've got to hold off MSUB for 1.7 seconds. That pass batted. And there's a bit of confusion here as to whether the game is actually over. I believe that was Wilson that got a hand on that home run ball by Breen. So the officials will talk it over here with the minor officials table, and we'll see what's going on. They're going to replay it 1.7 seconds. And then Depute will inbound the ball this time. Samantha Beauchamp, number 20, in her face. Very quickly to Breen. Wilson, I thought, again, and this time stolen by the Clan, and that will do it. Simon Fraser escapes with a 74-73 win, and we do mean escape. They gave up a lead. They had gone listless, but they found a way to get it done in the late stages of this contest. And Rachel Fradgley, great early. Samantha Beauchamp, superb late. The two freshmen posts get it done for the Clan in spectacular fashion. Of course, the senior leaders in Meg Wilson and Aaron Chambers there to mentor this thing along, but a great, great effort by the Simon Fraser Clan to win this basketball game 74-73. So we're just waiting for some final stats here, and we'll run through those with you very quickly and wrap things up here from the West Gym. The final score, Simon Fraser 74, Montana State Billings 73. Leading the way for the Clan, Chambers with 22 points in this basketball game, 7 assists as well. Rachel Fradgley with 14. Katie Lowen with 12. Samantha Beauchamp with 11. And Meg Wilson with 10. Samantha Beauchamp 5 of 5 from the field. Rachel Fradgley 6 of 10. So there's 25 points on 11 of 15 shooting from 2 freshman posts. A great job today by the Simon Fraser clan to come out and basically steal a victory after giving up a 14-point lead, or 15-point lead, check that. That'll do it here from the West Gym. I'm Howard Samura. We will be back with you again on Saturday when Simon Fraser faces Seattle Pacific. Hope you can join us then.